What is up, guys? We're going to be looking at 2 games as a Jakiro, 2 replay analyses. This guy said he was Legend and just dropped down to Archon. He's like Archon 5. Used to be Legend, so we're going to see what's going on. He's playing position 4 Jakiro, and this is like a party game. It's like with 1 or 2 friends here. Who are you with? Looks like you're with this Dawnbreaker, so you guys are party together. Let's take a look. This is like a lot of regen. I don't think in this meta it's ever good to start like 3 pieces of regen, like the double tango plus salve. Probably against a Wraith King Lich, and Lich does do a lot of damage, but like a stick plus like a regen, and then flying yourself out more regen after is like more. I think a little bit more reasonable. It feels really good to start stick right now. So I would consider that. Like if they're going to be casting spells at all, which like obviously a Lich will, I would really look to be starting stick. Some nice trading over here. It's nice. Ooh, don't get hit by the tower. So when the Lich walks away, or like you chase the Lich away, right? Here. You should, as soon as he like stops trading back with you, right? Go hit the Wraith King here. Like don't do nothing. Like, not nothing, but, like, you kind of just sit here. You Q him. I mean, you kind of, like, walk in, but, like, your pathing's awkward. But, like, there, you could have just walked up and hit the Wraith King, like, twice. And these pot shots are really important. Like, yes, you want to chase away the Lich, but you want to hit the Wraith King as well, if possible. You're gonna pull? Looks like you're looking to get the pull off. Nice. It's good. Little late, but not a big deal. Getting 3 creeps is still really good. So here, you need to attack these creeps again. And what actually is good to do is you chase these creeps back here, and then you attack this one right now. Because if you attack it, it'll like re-aggro the other 2 again. And then they'll like run back at you and like hit these creeps. What's not good here is that like this Lich aggro's the creeps, and then you kind of just let it happen and don't actually connect this pull. Like, you can attack this right now, and then these creeps will, like, turn around and, like, start hitting these creeps, and you'll still get the pull off. So this is, like, kind of poor play from you, and you basically just missed the pull instead of getting the pull. And, like, you got the positive effect of, like, getting the lane equilibrium back, so that's good. But now if this Wraith King is good, he will, and he's probably not, because you're like in a Legend, Archon Legend game. But if he can drag these creeps back to here, which is going to meet his next wave, which is right here. So if he drags these creeps back and not under his tower, then the lane equilibrium is meeting like back here, and then he's doing what your Dawn's doing, and then it's like kind of a net even. And you know that's not really what you want in this situation. Oh man, your Dawn's screwing up too. Okay, so the Wraith King did like the next best thing. Instead of meeting it back here, he like brought it in front of his tower. And like your Dawn should have kept this back here. Is what should have happened. And then it would have been the same situation, except the creeps meeting here, they would have met here, and it would have been like meeting here and here. But yeah, walking these creeps up on Dawn is like not smart, I don't think. Okay, so maybe you're just going for the kill, I guess? It's not bad, it's like first blood. It just doesn't like fix the equilibrium for you guys. And yeah, see how much health regen you still have? Like you haven't really used all this in the first 2 minutes, and you're like really low on mana. Like you kind of started with low mana regen and just overbought the health regen. And you could have like, you still could have started stick in one set of You had 2 mangoes to start, so you still could have started the 2 mango stick and like 1 tango, and you could have flown yourself out like more mana regen, right? Like something like a Bassi would also have been really good in this lane, because you and Dawn both are like heavy mana users. So a Bassi is something that you would strongly want to consider here when you and your core like both use a lot of mana. Because now you have 1 spell left, and then you're going to be like out of mana forever, unless you fly yourself more regen. And I'd be considering right now, like, flying yourself out more regen. Like, obviously you don't need health regen. It's like, what do you need to, like, play this lane effectively in the next, like, minute? You need more mana regen. And like you don't need to save for like boots right now. It's like too early. And you don't need like a windlace. You got the stick, which I really like. It's too early to be getting like a raindrop, so I would be using some of this gold right now and flying myself out some mana regen. It doesn't like seem urgent probably, but you know, there's like nothing better to do. You're not really doing anything else. So they have the lane pushing back here. You have to pay attention to the equilibrium. So this pull, I see people do this even in my like high 6k, low 7k games. People will do what you're doing right now. But if I'm the offlaner, the lane is shoving into me, which I'm happy with. Like if I'm this Dawn, I'm happy with the situation right now. So like this pull does nothing because like these creeps are gonna meet my creeps right outside my tower, which is what I want. So this pull is pointless. Not only will it like it's not gonna work because like the creeps are gonna aggro onto these creeps, right? They're not gonna get pulled away because that's not how aggro works. But like, so it's not gonna work anyways. But it's also just pointless. And I want you to see that because this is like just a waste of time. And you could be doing something else, right? Depending on your lineup, you could be like stacking this hard camp right now, like you're not really needed. Or you could just be like, you know, playing on the side here, making sure that they're not going to be aggressive on your Dawn. This is like an opportunity for them. Like if the Wraith King were to stun and the Lich were better positioned, like they could get a bunch of damage on your Dawn right here. So like being positioned just like right here and chilling instead of trying to do this pull would be fine. And then making sure that Lich doesn't pull at like 315 is kind of what you should be looking to do here. So yeah, the pull, nothing really comes of it. But like I'm just pointing it out because like you just don't need, you shouldn't have been like looking to do that in the first place. And so here you're kind of playing the lane, but this isn't really good because they have a lot of creeps. It's like shoving into you guys, and your Dawn's pretty safe here. And this, like this early in the game, the first 5 minutes especially, you just want your Dawn to get CS. That's all you care about is the position 4. So like you playing up here in the lane is doing nothing because he doesn't need your help, and it's not doing your job of preventing them from fixing the lane equilibrium because this is what you want. And you just kind of completely lost track of what this Lich is doing. And if he's a good player, which he is, he's just pulling. And this is just like not on your radar at all, it seems like. So this needs to be on your radar. Like the only thing you need to care about in this situation with the lane equilibrium is them getting this pull off. And that's the only thing you should care about. And you're obviously just not even thinking about it. So your lanes will go a lot better if you can at least start thinking about it. Harassing this guy is like okay, it's like the next best thing, but like just stop them from pulling, and then your Dawn just keeps getting free CS, and then you can do that play anyways. So yeah, they got the pull off. He even chain pulled, so like this Lich just kind of outplayed you guys here, or mostly you, because it's kind of your job to stop him. And like it's not like you're not behind in the lane now, but like now they just have it back to where they want it, and the Wraith King feels a lot safer versus like where it was before, where like the Wraith King felt really unsafe and like he wasn't getting any creeps at all, and your Dawn now is like, you know, they're getting denies, right? They're just not afraid anymore. The lane's positioning's not that bad. Okay, this is good that your Dawn's dragging it back. And you can like block this pull. You're doing it now, but you could have done it earlier with the sentry you brought. It's okay that you were like saving it to unblock too. But yeah, if you're not going to be body blocking this, which like I don't think you needed to, like Jakiro's kind of strong in the lane early, and like to spend like 20 seconds going here and body blocking it is not always worth it. But like just preventing the pull in that situation, like you definitely were not doing anything else super important. Right, there's some aggression going on here. Nice, you got your spells off twice, which is really good. All right, here you just need to go base, like right now. I need you to go base right now. I need you to go base right now. Yeah, so you're salving, but this isn't good enough. This is a waste of a salve. You were really low HP and really low mana. Right? Your salve, it basically just started, right? You're less than 100 HP and you're less than 100 mana. Like, just go base here, right? You have 17 seconds before the Dawn needs your help again anyways. Like, he's probably going to kill this guy alone too. You just don't need to be in this lane for the next, like, 20 seconds. And you need resources. So it's like the exact timing that you would need to go and just go base and get regen. Because what's going to happen here is you salve up, probably going to use a tango. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't have mana to do anything. I have no idea what this rotation is about. It's a very strange rotation. So you're like coming to the 6-minute rune, I guess? When did this start? It's like your hero doesn't use runes. I don't hate the idea of coming to the rune, but like it's 5 minutes, right? And it was even earlier. It was before 5 minutes. It was right here at 4:50 that you should have started walking to base, right? So like to be here at 6 minutes is like not that hard. Like if you wanted to, you could have walked base and then TP'd mid to like, instead of TPing back to your lane if you wanted to, if you really needed to contest this rune, if you thought it was really important. But hanging around on low resources just to like end up there is like just not ideal. You just kind of wasted the salve. You're still not going to be at like full mana. Well, you are because you got the regen, but it's like you can't really count on that happening, obviously. So pretty big mistake from you, I think. Even though it's like kind of going to be working out because you got the regen, like that's still just a mistake from you objectively. So you come back to lane, which is good, and I like that you're looking to get this pull off here. Oh, your Dawn's just like trying to farm this. Okay, I don't mind that he's trying to farm it. It is good to like actually get the pull off too, though. Okay, this is good. I like what you're doing here. Oh, they're like being like really aggressive on your Dawn. That's unfortunate. Alright, I think Dawn kind of misplayed that. I think you did fine. I don't know why he let himself get so low to all those creeps. And I think he just used his mana on the spells too early. He must have like soul ringed that first time when he like was low HP already and like full mana. I don't really know. I don't think you did anything wrong there though. I like that you have the raindrop. Like I said, I just don't think you need the boots this early. Because you could add more mana regen earlier. I like the raindrop now though. You're going mana boots, which is fine. Hey, this is like reasonable.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So you come over here to stack. This is like a waste of time because Sniper's already here. Yeah, they're like going on your guy here. I would have like hung around a little bit longer to like deter this aggression, or like make sure they didn't dive, especially because like this is like this is just like a waste of time from you. I'm not really sure what's going on here. Like, Sniper was already there, so if he wasn't there, like yeah, sure you can go stack. Although I still would have maybe not stacked because my Dawn was really low and they had the potential to be really aggressive. Like this, right? You kind of just want to deter. You're sitting at full mana now, so wouldn't mind if you use some mana to harass. Although with your Dawn not having any resources, it's kind of hard to like be aggressive on them. Alright, so the Dawn left. I don't mind you just hanging around here. Okay, so the Dawn came back. The Dawn's at full resources, so you guys should be looking to be aggressive here, especially on this Lich. This Lich is just out of position right now. Okay, well, you take the opportunity to go. Kind of horribly miss your spells, but it's okay. And then they reacted with a lot of heroes, so that's not too bad. I like that you like look to be aggressive there. It's kind of a weird rotation from them, so I don't really mind that. So you're kind of checking things out on the map is good. And determining where you want to be. I really like that you're walking out of base here. I was gonna flame you if you didn't. If you like TP top, I was gonna flame you. So this is good. Very good. Got your mana boots. Kind of like, okay, you're like kind of defending your team. All right. I respect that rotation. It's nice. I would like to see you guys be aggressive top, though. I don't like this. So you don't have a TP, right? You're like kind of looking at bottom, and you're like, I don't want to lose this tower. Like, you can tell that's what you're doing. But I'm just telling you, based on everything that just happened in the last 30 seconds, you just have to be okay with giving up this tower. Like, you guys have just, because of the way it played out, and you rotated mid, and you got those 2 kills, like, you've just kind of ceded your ability to defend this bottom tower. And it's just not worth going down there. I mean, it's just so low already. It's just so easy for them to show up and get. you can't really effectively defend it that well. I need you to walk top here and look to pressure their tower. Like, you guys are strong. You got 4 points in Dual Breath. You do a lot of damage. Dawn is a big threat right now with 4 points in Celestial Hammer. I need you and Witch Doctor to just go play behind your Dawnbreaker, right? He doesn't have ult, which is fine. But, like, just go play behind him and, like, pressure this tower, right? Make them react. Going bottom to defend just lets them do whatever they want as they're respawning. So they can, like, bring a bunch of heroes bottom to kill you. They can go gank your Dawnbreaker top. They can push mid. Like, they can do whatever they want because both supports have walked bottom. So you will just walk here to deny it. It's just a huge waste of time. It's just not that important. And you don't have a TP for 20 seconds. So now you're, like, down here useless for 20 seconds. I don't really... The aggressive play in this part of the map, it's just not important. Doesn't make sense to me. And in the meantime, you're losing your Dawnbreaker. And this is, like, okay for them because, like, you guys are, like, showing your supports, like, bottom. Like, and I would have rather you just been up here and, like, you guys been the one pressuring their objective versus, like, denying your own tower. Like, you're putting no pressure on the map from being down here. Like, yeah, you got a lucky... Like, you weren't even part of it. You got a lucky kill, and, like, now you're TPing top. So just, like, kind of just a big mistake to walk bottom in that scenario. Like, you just needed to walk top and look to pressure. At this phase in the game, like the 8 to 12, 14-minute mark, you need to just be sitting behind your strongest core and, like, ideally pressuring this tower if you don't have it yet. That's really what you should be looking to do. Unless you guys are just getting, like, stomped, which is, like, not what's happening here. So just kind of a misplay on the map from you. And, you know, that's something you need to do consistently correctly if you want to make it to, like, Legend or Divine. Or Ancient, I guess. You can't just be walking bottom for no reason as a support in this phase of the game and just wasting, like, 30, 40 seconds. Yeah, you're not really in position to, like, punish this guy. That was kind of lucky more than anything. That, like, that kind of Ice Path and then, you know, connected. This is good, though. Now that you guys are, like, playing up here, this is, like, going well. They're not responding well to your aggression. You got the Wraith King ults. It's kind of hard to get more. I don't mind this TP out here. This is what I wanted you guys to do. Kind of overextended a little bit, but it forced a big reaction from their team. Is, like, kind of the idea, right? I kind of wish your Razor had, like, rotated as well. I guess this guy's your carry, so he's just chilling and farming. So maybe it's not that bad. Although it's not good because you've got a mid that's chilling and farming and a carry that's chilling and farming. This is just kind of a draft weakness from you guys. Usually you'd have, like, a strong mid hero too, right? That would be, like, showing up to participate. You know, some sort of spirit hero. And that engagement wouldn't really go so bad for you guys. Given that you have two heroes that are just chilling and farming, applying pressure is good, but then you can never, like, overcommit because they can just show up with, like, 4 heroes and just outnumber you. So it's kind of advanced, and it's, like, based on the lineups and what's happening in the game. But I liked what you guys were looking to do, at least. Oh, hey, Dermatitis B in the chat. What's up, bro? Alright, Wraith King pushes your tower with no ult. Sick. It's nice. Alright, I need you to walk at this tower now. With Razor. I need you to walk behind Razor. I need you to not be doing this. It's such a waste of time. No. You need to be playing for this top tower and behind your Razor. Now that your Razor decided to show up, like, you have to just sit behind this guy, right? Okay, so, like, the map's kind of switched. Your Razor started playing more active. He's got his Maelstrom. I always liked Maelstrom on Razor because it's extra lightning-y. But, like, you've got a Dawn who's got ult, right? So Dawn can and should typically play down here alone because she can just respond. You as the support need to play behind your other strong core at this point, the one that wants to play aggressively. Before it was Dawn, now it's Razor. Okay, so you were just dropping a ward. Don't really think that ward is necessary. I guess it's okay if you're, like, really worried about them ganking your triangle or something. I don't know. At least you're up here now. You were just putting a ward down, so this is good that you're up here doing this. Yep. This is good. I know you're just, like, sitting there, but this smoke is interesting. I like the idea behind it. what to say about this. You guys already have the mid tower. You see Wraith King bottom. Nobody's showing mid. It's a little dangerous just because you don't see anybody. Granted, they didn't defend their bottom tower, so you don't naturally expect them to just have a bunch of heroes in the jungle. The only thing I will say about this is, like, you guys have terrible, like, setup from a smoke gank. Like, you don't have an initiating hero. Razor doesn't initiate. You don't initiate. Witch Doctor doesn't initiate. Your, like, cast ranges and, like, disables are hard to hit. In the case of Paralyzing Cask, the cast range is super short. And in terms of Ice Path, it's just hard to hit. So you guys just have bad setup. Because, like, in theory, this play could be okay, right? Your Dawn's, like, planning on connecting with his ult. You could coordinate this because you're a party. Like, in theory, this could kind of work. But based on your heroes, you actually just have no way to, like, catch somebody and set up to, like, chain your Dawnbreaker to come in. And that's, like, another, like, weakness of your guys' draft, I think. Like, you just have no combo with this Dawnbreaker. So you, like, find this Lich. And, like, you get some spells off. And they do... I am a little surprised they have all these heroes here to react. But even if you didn't, right? Like, it's just hard to, like, take a fight where, like, you're looking for them with, like, your heroes. Like, you guys sitting behind Razor is good. And if they go in, you can, like, use your spells defensively, sort of, right? You're sitting behind your Razor and they're going on him, and that's where kind of the scenario where your spells are best. Just offensively to, like, catch people is just awkward, and it's just based on your lineup. Okay, it kind of does work out, though. Kind of does work out. Nice. They get Poison, no buff, and Ice Path, so that's or not Ice Path, but Venomous Gale. Chain Frost, that's what I was talking about. Alright, kind of works out, though. Kind of works out. It was lucky your sniper showed up. Otherwise, that wasn't going to look so hot for you. So what do you do now? I think a lot of people struggle with this phase in the game. Is like, oh, they took your bottom tower. Oh, this Wraith King just took your bottom tower with a catapult. That's pretty baller on his part. While all that was happening, I guess. What do you do now as a support? At this phase in the game, you've gotten the 2 towers you want to get, and you're not particularly ahead. When you're ahead, the game plan's more clear. You just invade, kind of like what you guys just did. You just invade, and you kill them. And, you know, they have to play very well to, like, not just, like, lose the game off, like, really high aggression. But, like, this game, like we said, you don't have, like, particularly good, like, aggressive initiate potential, and you guys aren't particularly ahead. Game's super even, actually. Maybe you guys are slightly ahead. It's unfortunate you lost this tier 2, but they can't really get anything off that this early in the game, other than take your outpost. But you guys can defend your tier 1. So at this point in the game, I think you should be looking to kind of just chill, farm, and react defensively to what they do. Because with your mid tower, you guys kind of have access to, like, farm more of the map safely than they do, given that they don't have their mid tier 1. So you guys kind of have these camps here, and depending on where they're showing, you maybe even can get access to these 2 camps up here, and then, you know, you can farm, like, your triangle a little bit down here, and, like, somebody can be farming, like, this wave down here. So you guys can kind of farm a lot more of the map than they can, given that you have their mid tower, and they don't have your mid tower. Like, this tower does not open up more of the map to them than, like, they already had with this tower dead, if that makes sense. Like, it's not good that you lost it, but it doesn't hurt you map control-wise this early into the game. So you should kind of be happy to play defensively until your cores hit, like, important item timings, whatever those are. I would say your Razor's BKB is kind of that timing. So we'll see what you do, because low MMR players are not good at kind of just hanging around, chilling, and farming. So we'll see what happens. Like, I in this situation, would not want you guys to, like, put on a ton of aggression. So we'll see what happens. You're sitting behind your Razor. It's, like, kind of reasonable. You're not forcing anything. You can, like, You can sort of like look to like go, but like on that Lich or something, right? If somebody shows, but like I said, it's just hard based on your hero's abilities. All right, so you TP to react defensively. I like it. This is a little crazy by you. Wow, it works out though. So let's just talk about this though, because this is important. So they came from the right to fight your team. So like they probably have vision here. Well, they have Venom wards and at least a sentry because they just dewarded your guys' own ward here, right? And they could easily have an obs, and if not, they still have a Venom ward and other Venom wards. They have good vision of this area and control. So you walking over here as a support is just really dangerous. Like you just don't offer a lot. Like I'm not sure why you guys are chasing for more. Your guys' catch is just so bad, and it's not really your job to like do more. You could get like a Yules even if you like see that your team has no catch as Jakiro, right? It's like, how do we like catch somebody? You get a Yules, right? And then you Yules into Ice Path. So that could be an item consideration for you. I don't hate that you're going Glimmer. This is just kind of a wild play to like be walking over here. Unless you're telling your team like, hey, back me up if they go on me. But even then, like, the odds that you guys get another kill here and not just like feed on you is like, I feel like pretty low. This puck's just nuts that he like jaunted to that orb instead of just orbing you and then like running further away. So kind of a misplay from you there, I think. But overall, like strategically, I like that you were sitting behind your Razor top and then defending, and then like TPing in to defend from their aggressive play. I like that style of play right now a lot, based on your guys' like draft. And maybe you're not thinking about that and you're just kind of lucky, or maybe you are thinking about it, in which case it's really good. And the timing that you guys want to play for, in like terms of making a move to like take a fight or your next objective that's not like just defensive is this Razor BKB. And it's important that you as a support are thinking about like what's your guys' next time to do something, because if you're not thinking about it, you'll like bait your team into some bad fight because you're not like thinking about what your cores want. So I don't know what you're thinking about in this game, but that's what you should be thinking about in this game. Sniper, the assassinator. Deep pushing mid wave is fine. I think you just have to do this very defensively. You're like very liable to getting gone on like this. What just happened? I have no idea what just happened. I think I skipped forward on accident. Is it here? Is this where we are? No, your mid tower. What is happening? There's some weird replay bug going on. Or I skipped like way forward. Okay, so sorry, I don't know what happened there. Alright, so you go back mid here. And you're kind of just like defending mid tower, which is reasonable. It's kind of dangerous if you don't see like Legion to like defend this mid lane. So I think it's like kind of okay that you're doing it versus Sniper. Is that the play that happened before? Wait a minute. I thought he killed the Venom. I'm so confused. Oh no, it was here. Okay, okay. Got it, got it, got it. Now your Lich is dead. So yeah, with your Lich dead, and you don't see anybody on the map, like, you have to be very, very careful in this scenario. Like, it is obvious to me that they would be looking to make an aggressive play on your guys' mid tower, because this is the objective they want. They've already gotten your bottom tower. They really want to get this mid tower. And you need to, like, think about what they want and what they are probably doing, because they're doing two things right now. They're either smoking to gank your Razor, or they're like smoking to like kill whoever's defending mid and like take the mid tower. So I need you to like A, going for this rune is a little nuts because they could easily be reacting. But B, like these creeps, like I need you to like be running way back. I need you to defensively position more than you already are. Because what it does, it just baits them in further if they have to kill you, and then that's your team like kind of do this in the best position possible. I have a feeling this doesn't go well for them because you did bait them in a decent amount, so that was good. And you guys clean up. Nice, nice, nice. That was for the most part really good. You just should have been knowing that that could have happened and just been positioning as defensively as possible, like in anticipation of that basically exact scenario happening. So if that's what you're doing, good. I thought you could be doing it a little bit better, but for the most part that worked out really well. So, alright, so you TP mid. I'm not really a big fan of this TP because nothing was happening. It looks like you just checked your Razor's items. He's got BKB. That's what you're doing. That's really good. It's kind of what you want to be doing, is monitoring that specific situation. And given that he's got his BKB, as soon as he has mana, I'd be looking to make an aggressive play. Especially because Wraith King has no ulti right now. It's like something you want to keep in mind at this phase in the game. Like if Wraith King doesn't have his ultimate, any aggressive play you make is going to be stronger because the Wraith King like really doesn't want to show up. So I definitely would be looking to smoke with my Razor like ASAP in this scenario. And you as the support should be calling for this play. Like you don't have to wait for your Razor to like figure out that like he should do something with his BKB. Like if I'm you, I was like waiting for Razor BKB and he got it, and I'm like putting the smoke in my inventory and pinging it and be like, guys, let's go. Instead, like nothing's really happening. You guys like smoke, but this is not. You don't have your Razor, which is your strong hero. So this smoke to me makes no sense because Razor's not here. No sense, this smoke. Kind of get lucky if their Lich is just feeding. What's happening? Is her Venom like roshing solo? I don't know what's happening. There's some weird noises going on there. Okay, do you guys call for the Roshan? Your Razor like refuses to come. Alright. You shouldn't really be tanking this. You guys just need to wait for your Razor to get over here before you do this. Like, you losing 90% of your HP to Roshan is not what should be happening. Kinda works out. But that's just like, if the enemy had decided to fight you there, you just would have instantly died. Which is like, not. As a support in a potential Roshan fight, like, it's really, really, really bad if you just, like, are the first one to die. So, you just can't put yourself in that position to where like you could get punished. Like they don't punish you, but that's a pretty big mistake, I think. Right, watch a little bit more of this game and then go to the next one. You guys are fighting with your BKB Razor. They just kind of fight into you. It's pretty nice. Got your Shard. Shard and Glimmer is like okay. I like Glimmer this game a lot. Shard is fine. I don't have strong opinions about Jakiro Shard. I know it's good. I feel like a lot of times I end up skipping it, but it's like whatever. Some other items you consider, like drums with your lineup is just really good. Like you guys, Razor loves drums, the Sniper loves drums. Drums is nice. Like I said, Yules, if you wanted like some of that setup, I think at this phase in the game, it's kind of okay that you have less initiation because you can kind of just run it down and force them to fight into like a Razor Sniper. And if you're strong enough to force objectives, like, you don't need to, like, initiate, right? Like, you can just stand there and hit their objectives and force them to fight you. So it's not as important, but it's an option if you wanted that kind of, like, setup. Force staff's not that great this game. The only other thing I would consider is maybe, like, Aeon for Legion, depending on how big a problem you think he is. Or even, like, a Pipe could be good. But you got the Glimmer instead, so I would get, like, Glimmer and Pipe usually. So you guys have a pretty handy lead on this game. Does this game go like really late? Yeah, this game goes like really late. So you guys probably throw here. If you guys like throw right here, we'll like take a look at that. Otherwise, we'll just go watch like. All right. Well, this is your throw. All right. Let's take a look at what's happening here. So they're dead, and you're pushing their tower. But your bottom lane is getting pushed in. Your Dawn TPs. He's got ultimate. You guys are like hanging around this jungle, but your vision is not that good. Sniper's got a lot of night vision, which is plus a moon shard. Wow. Which is why you guys like see so much around you right now. It's actually like the Sniper night vision. But if you didn't, this would be kind of psycho to just like be hanging out here with no vision. Is Witchhawk putting a ward down? He is. Okay, so this is actually very important conceptually. This exact scenario that's happening here. when you are ahead like this, did you guys lose Aegis here? You guys lost Aegis. Okay, so you don't have Aegis, but you're still really strong. And your Dawnbreaker has ults, and you guys have all your spells and your BKBs. So like you should be ready to fight them. And you're positioned aggressively on the map, which is good. What you have to do here, and this is so important, is you have to play under this ward. Like if your Witch Doctor wards this, you guys as a full team, I mean excluding Dawnbreaker who's going to react to anything that happens, but the rest of you, the 4 of you, you have to play under and defend this ward at all costs. You cannot just ward here and then let them de-ward it. Fights at this phase in the game are just decided by like good vision, and it's just people at your level don't respect this, and they will just walk up and like this guy should die. There's no reason you should all be walking away from this Veno and this ward. You have to be looking to play under this ward here, and you have to play around wherever this ward is. So like if the Witch Doctor hadn't warded here, if he had warded this cliff instead, then you need to play around this cliff. But like conceptually, what you guys need to be doing right here is like playing around vision and then like punishing the 2 side lanes together as a team where if they like show, and otherwise like controlling these 2 lanes and like basically just controlling this whole area of the map and the 2 lanes because you're strong and you're aggressive, and there's no reason to be backing off like you are here. So like mistake 1 is just like backing off for no reason, like your positioning and Razor's positioning. If Razor wants to like kind of go clear this, and that's like kind of before the Veno had walked into vision, right? If he's like looking to go clear this, that's okay. But you need to be playing with Witch Doctor and ideally Sniper, and like you need to be like positioned like more up here, and you guys need to be pinging this guy that he dies, and he should just 100% die. And instead what happens is he gets this sentry and D-ward, and you're not in position, and neither is Razor, but like, you know, like I said, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if he showed up late, right? He's coming now, which is like good enough, and Dawn's reacting. You just needed to be in position here to like get off your Ice Path, Macro Pyre, and Glimmer like your Witch Doctor. He has his own Glimmer, so I guess he just doesn't get it off on himself, but like you just need to be in position to use your spells here, and you're just late to this party, and maybe your Sniper dies anyways. I don't... How exactly did he walk into like that bad a position? I'm not really sure. Because he's like trying to hit the Veno, obviously. Oh, he just like Shadow Bladed in like a moron. Yeah, I mean, this guy's got like 8,000 attack range and then like walked into point blank range and started hitting. So this isn't really your fault that your Sniper's out of position. But like you should have been here anyways to like set up sooner. And you needed to be playing on this ward is the important thing. And this Veno should have died as soon as he walked into vision. Like you, all 3 of you should have been around this ward. And this Veno just walks uphill into 3 heroes and feeds. Because he's bad. And people at your bracket will just do that. They'll just walk up thinking they need a D-ward, and if you're good, you'll just be sitting on this ward and he'll just feed. It's kind of the same situation I talked about earlier, where you were like kind of looking to walk up here. Like you should have just died there, because they should have had vision, and like there should have just been 3 heroes here ready to kill you. And you should have just died. Which is why I was surprised earlier that you didn't die. But that's what your mistake was here. You were like way out of position, and you weren't looking to play on the ward, right? And I know this Witch Doctor's not in your party, but like you guys need to be... If it's not the Witch Doctor, it should be you. Like sometimes as support... position 4, like you should buy the wards. I buy the wards a lot when I'm position 4, but you needed to be playing on this ward that the Witch Doctor put down, and the fact that you guys weren't and were out of position is why this fight goes so bad. BKB classic, and yeah, you guys just get wiped, and yeah, that's why this game like goes on like for another like 40 minutes. Not why, right? There could have been more mistakes after this, but like that play was actually super important and super indicative of like not low MMR, but like this is why you're like Archon legend, is because you're not like playing around this like strong vision. Like you guys had the map set up perfectly, you were super strong, you had all your abilities, and then you just took a bad fight because you were just like not focused around like how the next fight needed to happen, which is like under a ward while controlling these 2 lanes and like just punishing anybody that like is out of position on their side. Right? I don't know where you were going. You were like down here walking away. But there's no reason when you're up... I know you don't see that you're up 10k, but you guys were really strong. You had all your abilities. And the top 2 lanes were relatively pushed in. There was a Wraith King here that you guys could have been looking to like chase away anyways. But yeah, you need to be looking to like get that vision down and then play around it and like punish accordingly if they like step out of position. So we'll wrap on that. That was actually a really good note that I'm going to talk about a lot. So Cool to see.